women are not desirable right now. Everyone's a Kim Kardashian clone. I asked you earlier, what don't men want? And you said promiscuity. Well, that seems about the only thing that's being offered right now. When I open my Instagram and I've got butt cheeks and I'm going, people are like, I don't understand why no one wants to, this woman's been married 4 times. I'm like, well, I can understand it, because even if men think they want it in the short term, when you see a girl, she's half naked, she looks good. Yeah, sure. You probably do want to have sex with her. I bet you're wired that way. You're hardwired that way. Yeah. But then what happens after you have sex with her and you realize that so did 20 other dudes 100%. In the same week, you don't want her.
You nailed it. You absolutely not only nailed it.
Here's the problem with that. Here's the problem with that, right? I understand that, and yes, the man will get sex, but it's weird how we always promote sex and justify it for men, but then we tell women they have to get married. Being that we're expected to be in a heterosexual relationship, it's weird to say, okay, men, y'all, it's cool, I dig it. Y'all should go ahead, smash that broad. But then now it's like,
preach.
You like, when women, if they try to promote sex, it's weird. But women have to have sex with men. Men can't have sex without women, in my book, at least, right? So if we're going to promote marriage for women, then we may as well promote marriage for men and not worry about what the people who are doing things that are nefarious when it comes to women, right? Just to be consistent.
They don't want marriage, though.
I know. What he's saying is we shouldn't. If we're gonna promote marriage on men and women, we shouldn't have a conversation on how to finesse and get to the box if the outcomes is you want the box. I understand that. We should, but the only reason why I'm having this conversation is because of the topic. You know, I don't want to be like every time JR bring up a topic, oh, that's against what I promote, and I can't really speak on it. You know, I want to be able to still reserve the right to be able to speak on it, to be able to relate.
It's cool. Look, I'm not saying don't speak on it, but if we gonna speak on it, then we got to speak on the women.
Well, yeah, I might have
and do the dude too, right? If the women that want to go ahead and bust it open, let them rock, right? That's what we do.
But that's what I'm saying, though. If you look at and we look at what everybody's saying, apparently when we come out here and we tell people how that first topic about marriage, you going through the chat, these motherfuckers don't give a flying fuck about getting married. They like, fuck that shit. I don't want it. This is why we don't deal with y'all. So apparently all y'all want is your quick term self-gratification, and y'all just want to bust it open whenever you want to and say no to the motherfuckers you don't want. And the men out here saying we don't want that marriage shit either. So we're already talking to a group of people that say that marriage isn't even in the cards for them. So you already are, they're already out of alignment with what we're talking about. All we're doing is explaining the way they behavior. This is why they lie. If you already ass backwards, y'all already lying to each other. You know what I mean? Like, hey, it is what it is. Y'all gonna get it how y'all get it.
Women lie to each other, imagine. I mean, women lie to each other constantly. One girl likes one girl's hair. The other girl feels compelled to give a compliment in return. Even though she may not like anything on the other woman, we just compelled because she said something nice to me, so I have to say something back.
I'm sorry, but Gen Z men are going to die alone. I was texting this guy, and I was telling him, like, music is one of the most important things to me. And so he asked me what my favorite song was, and I sent it to him, and he was like, oh, I didn't like it. I could barely get through the first minute. I had to turn it off. Thanks. You're blocked now. The fuck? Like, y'all do not know how to speak to women. Why would you say that? And I know y'all's dads and y'all granddads were some dogs, but they knew how to speak to women.
This generation is wild. That's all I gotta say. It's okay to have different preferences. It's crazy how women will say, be honest, tell the truth, but when guys are honest, you don't like it. I like rock and heavy metal. If somebody doesn't like that, I'm not going to go, yep, you should die. You should die alone. Like, look how crazy that sounds. He doesn't like Red Velvet. I like Tres Leches. Yep, he should die. Oh my God. I don't think women understand, and men too, how severe it is to tell somebody they should die alone. Stop saying stuff like that. It's so disgusting. People can have preferences and different opinions.
Women lie to each other. So imagine the type of lies they want men to say to them. So, Trev, when you said that women respect men who say the truth, that's absolute rubbish.
I don't think so. I think if
especially from what I see. Like I said, I have brothers, and most of my friends are males, and a lot of them have money and they really swaggy, right? And they're good looking on top of that. So a lot of times they'll tell these women exactly who they are. I'm not looking for nothing serious. I got a girl or this and this and that, and the girls will still fuck with them. You want to know why? Because women, right? There are certain women that still will be like, you know what? I respect it because he didn't lie to me, because they're expecting the guys to lie to them. But now that a lot of men are starting to come on hip to the game, or let me just be honest with her, maybe she wants the same thing, right? Because a lot of times you'll hear women saying, hey, how you know, maybe I just wanted sex too, right? So now guys are just being honest. And I mean, I don't think it's anything wrong with being honest, but at the same time, if a guy was to say something like that to me, I would be pissed the fuck off. Like, that's how you view me. But like I said, I feel like if men and when men are honest, they honestly get more to it. It becomes attractive to some women. So I don't think it's rubbish at all.
We're talking about the majority. The majority do not want to hear that. The majority, once they hear that the man is not serious.
Hold on, let me mute my shit. Maybe that was me.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think any of us can really say the majority, because none of us are really around the majority of women or men. We could just give our perspective. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm seeing and what I'm seeing from on a daily basis, right? From not just on podcasts, but from the men that's around me. And I hang around my brothers, I hang around my friends and stuff, and I'm seeing it. Hey, yeah, I got a girl, I'm engaged, this and this and that. He got money. You get what I'm saying? He has, like I said, he got the swag, he got the confidence, he got the looks. I'ma still fuck with him just because. And I remember a couple weeks ago, you was basically saying that women get their value from men. So why wouldn't a woman want to fuck with a guy who looked like he got it going on? Just
you think that gives her value?
I believe that a lot of women believe when they attach themselves to men who look like they got the money, who got the swag, who got the popularity, that boosts their
image.
Yeah, their image. You get what I'm saying? So all of that comes apart. He could just be honest. He don't even got to do no work now. I'm just being me. I don't give a fuck.
Ash is definitely telling.
But those are some those are some low quality women who have been
they're doing
wrong.
It though.
They've been taught wrong to think that, like, especially a guy who says, I'm engaged, like your example, you say I'm engaged or something, but he have money. The girl is still going to give herself to him because he have a nice car, because of the image, like we said.
They want a piece. Women are competitive. If a lot of times if they know a man has a wife or a fiance, that's gonna make them want him even more, because it's a chase of them trying to pull that man away from the woman. That's why women are side chicks for years to married men. That's why they keep their mouths closed and stay in the darkness, because they want a piece of that man, whether it's a piece. They don't care that it's a piece and not the whole. They want the piece that they can get and hold on to. And if that means staying quiet for 15 years while she get broke off on the side to say that she's taken care of or whatever, she knows he's not going to be there for holidays. She knows there's no matching PJs. She knows all of this. She knows there's no part of his 401k if he dies or retirement. She knows all of this. But yet she still wants to participate. So
no, I get it.
Yeah. So the reason why hold up. The reason why I would say it's not rubbish is because I have a very large sample size. Marcus concurs completely, and he has probably a larger sample size, right? So we know what's effective. We know what works, what worked. Like it is what it is. Like, you do not have to lie, unfortunately. And I understand that you might feel like some of these women are at the bottom of the barrel, but that's where most of society falls, particularly here in the West. That's just what we're dealing with. And, we're dealing with the majority of people is what we generally try to talk about. That's where we try to keep the conversation. And that's effectively what you're going to find out in the streets here.
That the majority of people tell the truth in dating.
No, that you don't have to lie majority of the time if you handling it right. So
but I agree. Majority of the people are lying. in this situation, that how would you have a sample? How would you be able to tell that for majority of the people they don't have to lie when majority of the people are lying?
Because I know my results and Trev results, and the men I know who can keep it a sleeve versus the men who be lying, and what ends up happening, and our results be extremely different and consistent.
But what if they lying about one thing, but they're not lying about the other?
Okay.
So what if they may be lying? They may be saying, "Oh, well, I want to sleep with you, and I just want to do this with you," but in another area they lying about something that may keep that woman around. That will be the red flag that makes her walk away.
I don't got a lie detector test to know when they telling the truth and not outside of that.
I got a better
I'm assuming that's because that's why I say it's safe to assume.
I want to make about the video. I wasn't even trying to go down this rabbit hole. I'm trying to, because I'm gonna lose my train of thought if I actually entertain and think hard through this.